play this one in terms of pace and so on, because it is a very different kettle of fish. Very unique Vertigo. Offers some different challenges. Seen the development of it over time. Well then, Gen G will start on the T side. All Glocks. Kusta has not been given the raid boss on this occasion. He's out with Kevlar and his Glock fade.
Straight into mid with a nicely timed flash, but unfortunately no kills come from it. Still buying even more time here as nade after nades gets thrown into mid by Virtus.pro, but those two flashes, they get thrown in and nothing really to show for it, apart from Gen G having to slow down just a touch. Still alive, Gen G, and so they are going to be looking to take the fight straight up. There's no fear at all. Gen G right through the smoke, getting shot in the back. Jame with two, and he could get a third. That fell apart so quickly for Gen G.
It really did. Back of the head and dead. Jame gets the last one on Sabentet. There's a pistol round for Vertigo. They were ready for some mid-aggression. The pop flash was good. Fell back, used the range. Jame able to find a gap around that smoke and molly and use it real well. That allows them the potential for a strong start. I say potential because the force buy is coming from Gen G, including a scout on the likes of Automatic.
Everybody's got a freaking butterfly knife on Gen G, though. You notice that? It's only Automatic who's got the bayonet.
He's got the big body purple bayonet. That's oh, I can't even imagine how much that thing's worth. Probably $8,000 plus. Oh, so close to the headshot, though. That would have been worth some good money as well. Bentet's good for some catch, but the bomb's been lost. And that is a choke point they can really secure. Smoke is deployed, and there just simply isn't that much you can really do about this.
That's the round, right?
Well, it'll stunt the growth for a while, but they still have to defend on the high ground and stop the flanks because there's so much time on the clock. So it's interesting, actually, what VP will choose to do, because Gen G could just go around. Well,
that's a second smoke going down. I mean, you keep timing this, you're going to leave it down to like 30 seconds where Gen G kind of just have to YOLO their way through the choke point. And so Gen G currently canvassing the rest of the map. There's another 2-3 smokes for Virtus.pro to use in this situation.
Buster's range isn't good here versus this Deagle. Oh, but he's looking the wrong way.
Tippy taps.
Marvelous. That's exactly the result VP needed. If he dies there, VP may be in an awkward position downstairs, although they would have better range versus some of the pistols, but...
Dude, these smokes. There's another one, too. Sanji can drop a fresh one. And he's waiting. There's the fresh one. 35 seconds. Get wrecked. That's what Exist just said as he proceeded to spam Yakinder through the smoke with the Deagle.
Brutality.
1v3.
Yeah, he kind of needs to die. Well, I mean, he doesn't actually, because this eco round next time. I suppose for the money he does, so he can fall by for the next,
Just die.
So he needs to die before time runs out. Oh my god, it's getting dangerous now. It starts to run away. Trying to force him to lose by overtime. Oh, he picked something up, so we'll see. The chase is on. He's actually collected the bomb. It'd be hilarious if he went for a bomb plant, but there isn't time for that. And he's like, okay, I've chased enough. Might as well run back downstairs and see if there's a rifle to be collected at least.
I don't even. How did this round get so out of hand?
Yeah, that's a lot of damage done. So it's kind of, I mean, the round kind of worked out for them. Yeah, they didn't plant the bomb. But they killed three players. That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, Exists. These were filthy. And he manages exactly to make them have to spend pretty much all their bank on VP. Sanji will have a little bit left, so will Jame, but I mean, the rest of them, that was supposed to be a really solid save round for our opportunity to save money for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, they can't have a repeat of that. They really need like 4 people at least alive to have all the grenades. You can see what they're lacking in this one. Got to rebuy weapons and grenades, then that may cause them some issues, which could be exploited. Only a flashbang at this point for Gen G. Can see Buster. He knows the angles. Again with the MP9. Only a helmet for Exist, rather. He's dead. And Buster is blind, pushed by the Tech 9. What a Glock, in fact, from Kusta. A double with the Glock and a bomb plant. That incendiary won't come fast enough. Oh dear. There's potential for this to go even more downwards for Virtus.pro. Downwards outside of the building. Look at a pre-fire from Sanji. 9 bullets left. He's got his teammate swinging with him as well. Well, they'll finish off the rest of them. Was a little terrifying, though.
Yeah, that was definitely a little bit too close for comfort. Especially after the start there. It looked like they just completely snuffed that push, and instead results in a bomb plant for Gen G, who will be more than happy with that result. Means they'll get a full buy in the next round, and can have the option for an AWP on automatic. Kusta actually going to buy it. Looks like he had just a little bit more in the bank. but they will get that full buy going here, Gen G. Same to be said for VP, so this is it. The big round. James, 3-0 lead for Virtus.pro on the CT side going into the first buy round for Gen G.
Yeah, and again, too many players died, so you can see Yekindar and Sanji a little short on utility. But it could be a hell of a lot worse, as bad as it was. We've got some aggression coming from Virtus.pro. Kriaz going for anti-flash. Not quite going to get the golden impression on it we saw from him recently on Reddit. 3-on-3 though on the ramp. Still got Sanji behind the smoke. Scary stuff with automatic creeping with the AWP.
Chaos. Does Sanji walk into this?
Just backing off. They've got smokes, which will certainly help.
How does the second kill come through there? That's what I'm wondering. We saw Yekinder. He took the fight. That was sick. But where did Kickert die? So that's a tough break there for VP because that looked very promising. Instead, now it's going to be Buster on the flank. Looking for some plays here. Could be going right up behind him. Little do they know, Gen G, that they are currently getting flanked. Buster definitely got a timing window here to get in here and ruin some days.
Yeah, grenades being deployed now from Gen G on the site itself. Not much to delay with for Virtus.pro. Getting closer to the site, you can see Buster coming up on the side. The bomb's been planted. They might start looking for that flank soon. You can see automatic. He's about to turn around surely in the corner. Down he goes. Leave exists now in a 1 versus 3. We've seen clutches already. Has he got this one in him though? Those are those smokes that were being held onto by Virtus.pro. The wild spray will surely begin now. Exist will concede his position. How long will he survive? Trying to turn the corner. Glock is out, and it won't be enough.
So the defuse comes through, and just an excellent round there. Yekinder with the individual play made a lot happen there for his team, and they won't be able to save 2 AKs, unfortunately, but Sanji holds on to that M4. So going into the next one, because of the bomb plant, Gen G will have enough money for a buy in this round. But I'm liking Virtus.pro. This is their map. They've got a very strong win percentage, as you pointed out, on this map. And so they should be trying to bully Gen G. It's like, you guys are the pug. We are the team. We're the ones who take control. You don't get to play your game. We set the tone here. That's how it should be going for VP in this third map.
Yeah, the recent, again, they've been playing a lot of CIS Counter-Strike, and their recent results have been quite something. So almost all their maps are 70% or above. Actually, they all are, apart from Nuke, which is also banned. So they've got recent results of pretty much on everything that they play, which allows them to move in with confidence. You can see Yekindar's on the sandbag position on A. Meanwhile, got that heavy rotation on B. And again, automatic. He's been good at just holding an angle, waiting for these peaks, fishing for something, and delivering it. James has been lost in mid, which is going to force a rotation from Virtus.pro, at least from Sanji. A hole in the defenses, but looks like it'll be a distraction tactic.
Yeah. The rotation's coming through instead over towards that A ramp. And so that life's going to get real interesting for Yekinder. They have a couple of mollies as well. No reason for them not to molly sandbags. And if they molly sandbags, I mean, he's got a smoke. He can cancel it. And while the rotation has come through from his mates as well. And so you do have Sanji here to back him up. And, well, as this is all going on, turns out it's not going to be A at all. Gen G have managed to double pump back over towards the B site.
How do they figure this stuff out? There's the molly. And now Sanji will probably want to hold an angle for Yekindar while he sits in that smoke grenade. Virtus.pro outmaneuvered. The B bomb site is absolutely clear.
Dude, they've got to be freaking out right now, Virtus.pro. Like, how are Gen G making these calls?
That was a special one. There's zero utility for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost a gamble. I mean, that's the thing. Is it Gen G with the master call, or is it Virtus.pro hedging their bets, going for the stack, right? The 50-50. If they come A, great. We take the fight, and, you know, we got a good shot at it. If they go B, we save. Maybe
with the war of attrition they've had on the previous 2 maps, they don't want to just have a battered economy for the whole half, as they have done in some previous maps, and really struggle to have a proper buy with full utility and so on. So this is one way to do it. Cost them a round, but maybe saves them rounds in the future.
Well, bomb go boom, and we are in the 6th round with VP still in the lead 4-1, but Gen G on the board off of a sick call. And a nice opening kill here. Yep, it's Kreese. Just steps right in on James. So that is Really solid stuff.
Well then, with that save, Virtus Pro very close to a full buy. Just one nade missing on Sanji. Everybody's bought the helmets as well, which is interesting. Maybe that's because of all the spray that we have through walls and so on. It might make a difference in terms of how much damage you absorb. Well, I'm sure it will, but I don't know if it's going to be significant, is my point. I would assume that's why they prioritize the helmets. James has been lost again in that mid position. Automatic starting to cause problems. Likes to entry of that AWP, and it's causing VP a lot of issues.
It's really the struggle, isn't it?
Look how nervous this is with Sanji just slightly jiggling in mid. It's like, just feels brittle.
Well, that is a big kill. And Buster, pretty sure he spotted, yeah, pretty sure he spotted him moving on up as well. He just barely makes it around the box in time. Costa eating that damage. So we will get that smoke dropping down, and we will have the hold here on the B site for Virtus Pro. 55 seconds left on the clock, though, so Gen G still have time. They shouldn't be getting too flustered. It's a 4-on-4. This favors them. Yakinder is probably going to get some action here on A, finally, for this guy. It feels like he's been, you know, having to be patient this whole time.
Yeah, he just spotted players on ramp. More aggressive angle, maybe to limit the guesswork. Trying to control the side now as Automatic makes his way forward, looking for more entries, this time on the A-bomb site. Fadeaway flashbang to try and buy some time. 30 seconds. Gen G, no strangers to a late round, and there it is. Automatic creeps, the bomb spin drop, though that can allow a full rotation. It's definitely been spotted on the radar. 3-on-3 now, 20 seconds on the clock. Automatic again. All the kills in this round so far. Kusa finally turning up and exists to finish off the job. Automatic is a laser on wheels.
He is a beast for sure. That was sick. And each angle was just perfectly done as well. Sanji, like, his opponents just can't see him. He's got the advantage on the angle. So he's just peeking right in, taking full. So you see there, right eye. You know, it's like each time it's just perfect from Automatic.
What can you do?
Yeah, you can't do anything against that. It's just brutal.
That is an ang.
2 rounds on the board now for Gen G, and it's going to be the third, too, most likely, as VP have to eco in this one.
Apart from the AWP, Buster had extra money, and he's dropped James the AWP. I thought this might come if they lost that round. But where is James? All eyes on James for this one. Well, he's playing far back, waiting for the advance of these Gen G players. Fear, Automatic. I think last VP game I said fear James, but Automatic's definitely taking this into his own hands, and he starts the proceedings. Now, Automatic is closer to the corner of contention, so despite being the right side, this might be a little more equal. See him moving through, and it's James' turn to shoot Automatic in the face. Some sweet revenge, but they can't retrieve that gun just yet. There's a lot more work to do, and he'll do it, or try to at the very least. Go aggressive, completely blind, misses the no-scope, and I think this is the end of the round.
Yeah, that's it. You got to chuck in the towel. Tough break for James. You can see the heroics there, wanting to make the difference. But, you know, sometimes, well, you know, most of the time, fairy tales actually have a horrible ending. It's only been, they've only been fluffed up in the past, you know, few decades, James.
Don't
Happy
mind a good
endings.
tragedy.
Yeah, happy endings.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody gets out, you know, it's always great. No, man.
Happy Rainbow Sparkle Squad.
Dead.
It's not really how life is.
Usually get eaten by a monster. Moral of the story: don't don't run into a flashbang. There it is, 4-3. Gen G. Man, they are really just starting to take control of the situation here. Automatic getting those key kills that are getting the team fired up. Even if James was able to take him out, Automatic led by example.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's looking rough for Virtus Pro. Gen G figured out how to utilize Automatic in a situation where VP have struggled to respond. James has lost the, you know, normally like an event you get AWP versus AWP duel, but that's not normally the case. Normally it's like AWP versus rifle on the actual server, but this time it indeed has been a meeting of the minds, and Automatic has won almost every time. And it has led to disaster, those opening picks with AWP from Automatic, and there's often been more than one in a round. Not a good indicator for Virtus Pro. Gen G with some short-range Molotovs, a lot of harassment, a lot of grenades into the B-bomb side. We've got 4-man on deck. Exist. It's going to get double dinked by Sanji. They're holding for the time being. James with a silence them fought. Firing a few bullets onto Automatic, who falls back. Bentet's committed with the bomb at present. Manages to escape, however. The rotation is on. And again on the radar, I can see Yekindar in an aggressive spot to try and find that rotation early. Back to the sandbag spot, but will he have support from his teammates?
They have to start running immediately. Or he just has to fight his way through. Spots the second man, and that might be enough of a tell. As Kreese catches another one on the rotate as well. Just ready to cut these guys in half. He can go charging right into James. James gonna pull a fast one on him though. Gets the high ground. And we all know what happens when you fight against somebody who has the high ground.
There are no flashes. They don't know exactly where he is, and there are no flashes. Someone's going to have to die to find out. Sanji, though, it's always going to be Sanji, isn't it? Someone's got to die, and Sanji's alive. Sanji, go force.
Yeah, 12 HP. If he goes down, it's fine. Solid, man.
Swing
solid.
for the trade. Team player. Manages to dodge the bullet. I bet there are many more to come. But for now, Virtus.pro have made it to 5. There's a lot of money for Gen G, although most of it will be spent right now. But Exist, for example, is just over $10,000. Very narrow differences in these duels on the B-bomb site. Fighting around the smokes.
An early peek coming in here from Virtus.pro. Does it get punished by Gen G? There it is. What an angle from James.
Nice.
Yeah, that was satisfying. And that is going to set Gen G back in this key round. 5-3 VP on the CT side in the lead. But Gen G definitely not done yet. Automatic was not taken out. That was Kusta who was dropped, and so Automatic could still make some plays here with that AWP. We've seen how effective he is. In the meantime, his teammates are trying to, create a little bit of movement over towards B. Kreese is still camping in mid.
Sanji will spot some presence. And Yekindar's being dropped on a ramp, a big fight, which will be won by Kriaz. This is really going to force the hand of Virtus.pro. Fight or flight time. James got a nice angle for Bentet, however. You can see Automatic creeping with the bomb and an AWP. Looking to take the angle. Jay must be careful. No sound cues. Wasn't touched by the Flames Automatic, but here are these angles again. He makes it so hard for the CTs to peek. It's almost unfair. All 3 Ts here. All 6 players now ready to fight on this A-bomb site. We've got retake utility for Virtus.pro. Making it real hard. Sanji still with some bullets. How on earth does Exist make an entry there? He's made it doable. Automatic on the way now. 15 seconds. He's carrying the bomb as well, though. Does he throw the bomb to his teammate? No. Got to have the AK to do the dynamic work. Buster says hello. Exist now. He's in a crossfire of 7 seconds. He can't plant the bomb. Surely he can't. Got to do his best, though. He'll be denied immediately. The garden hose from Buster, the pesticides.
Yeah, he is gone. Exist just chucked out with last season's harvest. 6-3. Virtus.pro. That is what you expect to see from a team who is feeling confident on a map, playing out those clutch situations, shot after shot. And this, I mean, James, he's starting to come up big for his team.
It's so hard to
find those impact kills.
It's so hard to bait a shot from James.
Yeah.
Every time I see someone jiggle or jump walk, he's just like, nah, I'm chill.
He's at 9 kills right now, James. Top fragging on the map. That is super solid. And it's what we expect to see from him kind of having a renaissance, coming back into his own here individually. And well, VP 6-3.
Sanji's going to die, man. I feel like Kriaz is going to shoot straight in the head.
He does a lot of this jiggle peeking, doesn't he, Sanji?
Yeah.
He's going to get tendonitis from just hitting A and D all day long.
Yeah, man. His squat game better be on point. Okay, Kriaz looking for the boost. Sanji. So he got the FAMAS. Down he goes. But there's a lot of activity, mostly in favor of Gen G. 4-on-3 with a minute on the clock. James is still on deck with the AWP now. Does Keycut push mid is the question. It would be pretty useful after the loss of his teammate if he can try and make a play. They'll know that the splits is not coming. Yekindar still on the A-bomb site, so James is waiting on B. Now, which way does Keycut choose to go? He has to more or less win this round for his team. James needs to hold and delay. Seemed to be stabbing W to sneak down the ladder. The push is coming through, though. James trying to avoid the flashbangs. Exist as the first one in. A great flick from James. And still has the angle. He has to stay alive, though. Can't re-peek forever. Little gap around the smoke. Looking to fall back now.
Solid, though. Staying alive. This is going to create the beautiful opportunity for Kicker to get another flank.
Oh,
Kicker with the triple takes them all out. That was perfect. That second kill was clean.
That was so nice.
Let's see it. Let's see it again. Oh, this is Jame. We didn't ask to see Jame again. There we go.
Ooh, wow. It's like a robot.
Wow, that was sick. It's pretty much just a transfer onto the third one. That was so sick. What a round Kicker.
So nice. We haven't really mentioned his name too much in this series just yet, but boy, those were some impact frags. And again, it's so important. Jame has to stay alive to limit how far forward Gen G will go. Has 1 or 2 shots, takes Exist out, and then it's like, okay, I can't re-aggress. I can't afford to die here. Just hop back a little bit, stay alive, keep the presence. Allow Kika to activate, and boy, does he. You can see the odds changing in running for map 3.
A little bit, yeah. Gen G starting to fall a little bit behind. It's still early days, though. Could get a force buy if we wanted to here from Gen G, or at least a half buy, giving them a stronger one for the next round. 7-3 for VP. And that was a timeout used by Gen G. They still have 3 of them for this map, though. It was the first one called. So they've been keeping their cool. And it will be a half buy coming in here from Gen G. So just a little bit of money spent, but not all of it. Still saving for the next one.
Loss bonus is indeed rising. So more can be invested for this round. Tech9 for Kriaz and Deagles for the remainder of the squad. Aggressive flashbangs to take the initial angles away. Sanji already blind. Gen G will look to encourage Virtus Pro to use their utility early. Or will they? They're looking to surge, it looks like.
Yeah.
Kusta just around the corner already.
Get in fast. This is going to be it. Just pedal to the metal, charge on in. No fear, only dreams. Well, they're getting put to sleep, all right. This is Exist now, just alone in a 1v5. Could get clever, though. Shots through the grate. Not going to do it, though. Perfect anti-eco coming in here from Virtus Pro. All 5 alive.
Yeah, the counter flash was already ready. They knew what was coming. Swing on the counter flash. Gen G completely blind.
Yeah, that really is a tough situation for Gen G, right? You're getting into this third map where VP are clearly comfortable. You're not going to have that much depth to your play.
There were 4 of them ready, including the flashbanger. 3-man swing, bonus appearances, but they're back on the buy. Gen G automatic on the AWP again. Can he be as dangerous as he was earlier on in this half? In all the other games in this series as well. Has been exceptional today. But we'll need more exceptional plays to break Virtus Pro now, as they've made it to 8 rounds. After all that initial action, fire, smoke, flashbangs, it all goes quiet. And Molly for sandbags, nobody's home.
Yeah, luckily for that person. Still this duel. Yeah, the never-ending duel. Different angle each time. But mid is now going to back off a little bit. Sanji going to give that up. And there's the shot from Jame. Point blank, close range with the AWP. Takes him out. And there's the follow-up. Each one falling in turn. Gen G getting wiped out across the map.
Yeah. Another swing from Yekindar. Starting to heat up now. Was a little cold on the previous map, but currently 12 for 6. Kriaz in a 1 versus 5. Not too many rounds remaining. Virtus Pro about to make some good bank from this one. Buster with the off angle.
He cursed
Looking
him.
the wrong way, though. Now, he doesn't have the bomb, Kriaz. 30 seconds left. Not sure if he'll go too much further. 3 rounds on the T side of Vertigo. Not enough, really. Let's be honest. It's not looking good for Gen G in this third map.
No, it is looking a bit one-sided. Kind of what we expected to see given Virtus Pro's track record on the map, and feels like this could be considered one of their stronger ones. Whereas Gen G, of course, you can't have, you hardly had any time at all to prepare. So expecting to have this many maps, like many maps prepared for this, it would have been a bit of a tall order. So it is 9-3. VP looking very good here in the first half. Full money on their side, no worries at all. They'll be able to full buy without any issue, and Gen G are going to be the ones who are kind of, again, half buy scenario here. Half buy scenario.
Yeah, this is difficult for Gen G. Difficult spot. Virtus Pro, very well equipped. Hero AK-47 onto Kriaz. You can see him holding in case of any aggression. Oh boy. Some nice grenades. Virtus Pro showing some of their best stuff now. We've got a mix-up in the mid-area, the AWP suddenly. Again, the change-up. Very difficult spot to play. They're making it different every single time. Jane popped in to say hi. Swung by for tea and biscuits.
Woo! Just headshots all over the place. And they know where Bentet is playing from as well. So this is the end of the line here for Gen G in this round. We're going to get double digits in the first half for Virtus Pro. So excellent performance. Nice fight, though, from Bentet. Double headshot, expecting the third angle as well. And so now he just needs to remember to pick up that bomb. Not to get ahead of himself.
Going back to collect it. He still has 1 minute on the clock. There are 2 bomb sites to defend. The reload sound cue will give VP a strong update as to where he is, which really allows them to press forward. We can see Ekendar going back to the A site now. 42 seconds on the clock. The problem is for Vertigo, there's so many angles to check. So many angles. Usual positions, off angles. Great difficulty. 25 seconds checking the flank as time goes on. Virtus Pro full back. Ekendar on A has a molly. For this position, if it was on B, oh boy, Bentet's on for the clutch now. 10 seconds though, oh, he's faked it, looking for more. Buster comes in from the side. A great effort from Bentet.
Yeah.
However, there's too much money for VP. It's more or less inconsequential at this point. If you're not winning the round, you're not doing enough. And Gen G right now are not doing enough.
No. It's, they had that nice little 3-round streak in the middle of the half, but it's been nothing but blue. VP just looking so confident now. They're really just coming into their own. And you can see, yeah, like you pointed out, there's a variety in their positioning. They just keep changing it up so that there's no pattern, no rhyme or reason for Gen G to pick up on. The guy playing mid takes a different angle each time. You don't know if it's a rifle or an op. And they've even been setting up for the anti-flash or anti-rush kind of positions on A as well. Look like it's going to be early B this time, but Virtus Pro aren't cutting corners. They've got 2 players here on the defense very early in the round. So Gen G, if they decide to accelerate and get in here quick, it's going to get real nasty for them. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, things getting more desperate now, just trying to sell something, but Virtus Pro are not buying. They are getting fried, though, on the B bomb site, which gives Gen G opportunity, and boy, do they need it. 3-on-3, the rotation through CT spawn. Double incendiaries for Virtus Pro. They could make things hot on this bomb site. James seeking at present, waiting for these smokes to go. Exist, got to be careful. Puts another smoke up. Here come those incendiaries now. Sanji goes for a jump. Trace is punished at close range. Not sure if there's much else to do here for VP, or is there? Kriaz, I think he moonwalked. Oh, that was so close to Exist 10. So close. Still dancing around the smoke. Awkward angles. You might find both of them. He's running low on bullets, so down to the pistol. Jane will find the kill, but where's automatic? The AWP is up. The clock is ticking. There's no way Jane can do this, surely. Not this time. A 4th round for Gen G.
Nicely done. Finally breaking that streak. Oh, and he survives the round as well. Automatic. Could not get any better. Fantastic. If he lost that op, he'd have been a sad sniper going into this one. Instead, he has that AWP, and so he's going to be able to drop a rifle over to a teammate, and they are set for this final round of the first half. Still double digits for Virtus Pro, of course, 10-4. But Gen G obviously hoping for a 5th. Nice fight. And you got to give it to Kriaz, creating some room there, finding those 2 kills, unlocking that B site for his team. That was critical. Do they just rinse and repeat?
Oh boy. He knows how close that was. He could even get knifed here potentially. Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. Couldn't tell if he was playing the long game or had no idea. Gen G moving very quickly. Automatic will collect the bomb. Where are they headed? Down goes Sanji again, and Kika as well. Ekendar's trying to do what he can across the map from A to mid. Now Kriaz is in spawn. There is the bomb though with Buster, but surely Kriaz gets a kill on someone. Ekendar doesn't know where it's safe to go. 2 versus 2. Things getting wild on Vertigo. Off angles being held by Ekendar. That might yield a kill. Maybe not though. Exist with the Galil will be enough. Buster trying to isolate the fight. Oh my god, he's still alive. He can't find a transfer. A 5th round for Gen G. Some pennies late on in that half as Virtus Pro double their score. So strong on their CT side. The final map in this series will conclude after this break. Final half, unless things get really crazy. At halftime, Virtus Pro lead by 10-5 of Gen G, who chose to start on the T side. See if they're satisfied with their result.
Are they satisfied?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think they would. I think if they had like 8, they'd be satisfied. But 5, I don't feel like they would be.
5 is a stretch. I mean,
Yeah.
for a pug on a map that, you know, it's not yours, I mean, even getting 5, do you think that was good? Woohoo! Sanji catching the push.
Yeah. Well, not choosing to fight to the death with Kusta either.
I like it.
He will fall back. Bomb quickly getting planted on the A-bomb site. We have smoke and 2 flashes with automatic. Bente has a kit. Sanji will be downstairs. Just waiting for that smoke to go. Automatic deploying a smoke of his own. How about that for an angle from Buster? Look at the numbers game. The flashbang is not great, though. I think it was a team flash from Automatic, which allows Yekindar to get 2 or helps him at very least. Now we find ourselves in a 4 versus 2. Buster still sitting on the site with the most awkward angle. The bag is spotted. Kriaz will get it killed there at the very least, but it's Automatic. Sorry, Kriaz has picked up the defuse kit. I don't see the bomb being defused, however. Just looking for some extra money. Point of no return. Kriaz, can he escape and on to the Kevlar? He can. But he can't take the round. 11 rounds now to Virtus Pro. 5 away from victory.
Strong start. But instantly Virtus Pro not letting Gen G chain rounds together. You know, they ended the half with 2 Gen G, and that's where it ends. Virtus Pro taking it right back at the beginning of the second, and Gen G going to go for the force buy on this because that is just standard default.
VP have won both pistols now in this half, in this map, sorry. Which is that does not bode well for Gen G.
That's not how it went for the beginning of this series either. It was Gen G who were really coming away with the pistols, coming away with the clutches. And even Inferno was a real fight. But here, Gen G, it is a mighty struggle that they have on their hands. So 3 alive on A. This is Buster creating some room over here towards B, and that baits him out into the open. Automatic taking a bullet to the face. Yakinder's got to be careful, though, and he gets the follow-up. Takes Exist.
Bentet has a chance to try and hold some real estate. Can't retrieve the weapon, but maybe can do something more with this Deagle. Trying to force the action up close. Nothing doing, though. Nothing doing. This may be a short half. I do start to wonder. Kriaz now in a 1 versus 3 with the kit from the last round.
Senji's got the angle on him. This is going to be tough. Or you just hit a clean, crisp headshot. 45 seconds, and the bomb making its way up onto the bomb site. Dude, okay. I'm just sitting here going like, what's going on here? They're just going to walk right up to this guy? Do they not realize? All right. 12-5, VP surviving the round with 2. That was a bit more expensive than they would have liked, but they get the round regardless. And Gen G with nobody surviving. Should be a hard eco going into the next one.
Yeah, they're going to be walking on eggshells once their buy round comes in. Really can't afford to make mistakes.
2 flashes, though. Do we get a... Oh, no, okay. It's looking like they wanted to set up for an A-ramp kind of play here.
Yeah, maybe liking the swing that they were victims of by Virtus Pro in the first half.
I thought maybe they would set up for mid, but it's not what we're going to see.
Well, James on the Mac-10, which is not what you see every day. Normally Sanji's job to swing, but maybe this is a James special. Although to some degree it makes sense in terms of building some bonus money for AWPs. Add to the $1,000 in the bank, so maybe it's by design.
Could be.
I just walked onto the B bomb site, which is open for business. In fact, there are no doors.
Yeah, just a nice little stroll, enjoy the view. You know, buildings all around, skyscrapers. Plenty of stuff to blow up for these guys. But it is going to be Virtus Pro collecting a 13th round, barring a miracle here for Gen G. Gen G could hope to make it a bit more expensive. James with the Mac-10 going to get another one. $600 bucks, well, 1,200 would have been sick, but he ends up making 6. So, you know, that'll work.
What do they do with this Mac-10 now? Trying to force their way into the site. It's just target practice for Kika. That's just the nature of the beast in that round. So the game starts in the second half with Virtus Pro on 13 rounds and Gen G on 5. This is nightmare mode.
Yeah, super painful. But double AWP for Gen G. Okay, this is one way to shift things up. Really try and throw Virtus Pro for a loop here at the beginning. Get aggressive on A, get aggressive in mid.
2 AWPs and there's still not one on Kusta. Makes me sad.
Ah, yeah. The Kusta's calling the shots these days, man.
I need to let go of the past.
It's time to move on. Much like the bald eagle. It's left the nest. You have to fly one day too, James.
Automatic be creeping. Sanji's turn to be the aggressor in mid. Oh my god, Buster! Oh man. That is so painful. I do like seeing the POV of the person getting wrecked sometimes like that. It's just like, wow. What can you do about that?
Well, Automatic just got his bells rung as well. So he's tagged down. Bentet is tagged low. Kusta is going to hold. There you go. You get your wish.
Oh, my God.
And why'd you have to curse him that way, James? I don't get it. Why you got to be like that?
The second he unscopes, of course, the swing comes through.
It's just terrible.
That's so frustrating. The bomb spotted and swatted by Automatic. That can cause some kind of rotation at least. Or can it? They're backing off. Can't afford to lose everything. Already contained even on the A-bomb site by Ekendar. Perhaps they will be hunted.
Yeah, Yekender's going to get this angle right now. Oh, he catches him. That's so brutal. Exist now has to worry. Will find that shot, and so can save at least an AK here. But that is, yeah, insanely frustrating that they are not able to get a third man alive there. Means that the buy is going to be weaker going into the next round. Can't do the full. It's going to mean somebody has to force, and that's just nasty for Gen G, as VP just continue to look so confident in this second half. Well, all across the map. I mean, this in the same way that Gen G dominated the first map of this series on Train, where they looked fantastic, we're getting that same feel from VP here on Vertigo in this third map, where it feels like Virtus.pro are just in control of the situation.
The road gets longer. Maybe the road is a mirage.
I'm pretty sure they banned that one.
7. Oh, there's just so much to do. There's just so much for Gen G to do.
Yeah. It's
9 rounds behind. Yeah. Well, let's see what they can do. Kusta on the MP9 this time. Automatic with a single AWP. Again, I think Vertigo is a very awkward map to replicate the successes we saw on the maps prior from the likes of Gen G. Despite Automatic's best efforts with AWP in some rounds on the T side, but here on the CT side, it's going to be real hard. Virtus.pro overwhelming. Sanji with the multi-frag on the A-bomb side. Gen G have lost position. Very aggressive grenades as well. How can you retake from here? To save time again?
I think so. But at some point, I mean, at some point you're going to have to make some kind of crazy play, right? So if you save, you're just trying to say that we're going to play a flawless round from here on out. Flawless half. But the bomb just now getting planted means that Gen G, I mean, they have time. They're right here. And there's only a handful of nades left on VP. Flash to open it up, and this is it. No backing off now. Gen G got to get in here, and they got to get in here quick, trying to clear out all these angles. Kusta going to get shot in the back. Kicker's there, and James through the smoke will take down Kriz. It's automatic. Last man alive for Gen G, and he is backing off to save this AWP.
I think it maybe, I feel like maybe it was another situation where, all right, let's send Kusta with the MP9. If he dies, we'll fall back. But he somehow makes his way to side, and he's still alive, and the rifle's on the floor, so they move in and just end up losing more than expected. Possibly. So Automatic's still alive. Big but. 10 rounds from 10 required for Gen G now. Virtus.pro almost down and out at some points, it felt like it at least, with the momentum of Gen G, but indeed, over the long play, they have turned things into their favor. Greater depth, of course, with Gen G's current situation. Now let's see what can be offered in possibly the last round from Gen G.
Match point, 10 of them. Yeah, VP now. Very aggressive stuff here from Yakinder. There's a setup, and he gets spotted. Bentet there to open things up, and the angle is carried by Automatic. 2-man advantage now for Gen G, who refuse to say die. 2 big opening kills, playing off of VP's aggression. I like this from Gen G, just waiting for Virtus.pro to try and force the issue. Paying the rope out for them to hang themselves.
Worst case scenario, VP, make it expensive. Gen G don't have the money. Virtus.pro kind of do.
Well, that's solid.
That's a brittle hold there on the B-bomb site. Buster, too much experience on Vertigo already. Angle's being held now, but Kusta's got the multi-kill. 4 versus 1. Well, that's a great round for Gen G. 4 survive.
Yeah, that's big. More rounds like that. More rounds like that is what they need. There's plenty of money on Virtus.pro, so they will get another full buy here, no problem at all. But yeah, Gen G need to start building some confidence. If they're ever going to make this comeback happen, it's all about just getting kills on the board and also just kind of blanking your mind. 1 round at a time. And a full buy for Gen G. Everything. No cutting corners, nobody skipping kits. You could buy some pistols, to be fair. There's money for that, Gen G, but they're deciding to skip.
Bentet's got places to be. But I hope there's no gap and no smokes, and he's good for now. Kriaz lost on the B-bomb site again. Buster, his mortal enemy, Automatic will trade in the meantime. Virtus.pro moving with the bomb with 3. Jekindar keeping presence on A.
Yeah, Buster getting a bit greedy, hanging around in the same spot. He used that same angle again, and so Automatic was able to punish him. But now 4 players versus 3 here. I mean, 4 on 4, but Automatic is still over in mid. It's 3 on A right now for Gen G. And Exist ready to take point. Fresh smoke going down to create a little bit of room, and this is Virtus Pro now going to try and power their way onto this bomb site. They have a couple of smokes to create some room, and now's the time. Can they find those angles? Right behind. That was so close.
That's a nice response. That's a gimmick smoke, which creates a gap. So if the T's move up, they can't really see, but Gen G can. Yekindar was able to dance around it to the mortar position, the sandbags.
Kusa's rotating B, dude. This is big. 30 seconds, and Virtus Pro have now slimmed the defense down to 2 on the A side for Gen G.
24 seconds on the clock. Do you stand and fight? Bentet, oh, he's committed. Exist just fell back, and Bentet was left alone to die. Jane with the angle. And then there were 2, Kusta and Automatic, fighting for survival, but it may not happen this time. Automatic in a 1 versus 4. And there it is, Virtus Pro turned things around despite the strong start from Gen G. Again, the depth and history of these players together in Virtus Pro will allow them to take it in the long haul with a strong performance on Vertigo.
Yeah, I mean, that was everything right there on Vertigo that we saw from Gen G on Train, where Gen G, their map pick, they just dominated. It looked like they clearly prepared for it, and they caught Virtus Pro unawares. In this map, I mean, this was all just Virtus Pro in their comfort zone. It never really looked like the things were getting out of control. So congratulations to them. They take the series in 3 maps. And after the break, we'll hear what the analysts have to say.